Yeah, listen to my song. Listen to my song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna touch your body, touching you all night long until the break of dawn.
What's going on, gents? So Rizzo here with the Gentleman's Corner, and sorry I look kind of bummy, but I just came from working out. Actually here as promised to do a review I was pretty excited about doing, and that's over none other than Rocawear 90. Oh, not Rocawear 99. Rocawear Evolution. Sorry, and I'm excited because I feel like this is a very slept-on fragrance, and I'm just gonna jump straight into it. You already know how I do it. Report card style. 6 categories, 2 bonus. So projection, I give it 75%. It projects okay. Honestly, it projects really well for about the first hour. You know, you just like you really get hit with that boom, that blast, and then like after that, it's kind of like I won't say it's really close to the skin, but it's just not out there like that cloud you get from the first hour or some of the other fragrances. So I gave that a 75%. Longevity, 60%. Longevity, I got really moist skin, but it only really gave me, honestly, and I'm being honest, you know, to y'all, about 4.5 hours. You know, I'm gonna try to give it another wearing to see if I can get about 5 to 6, but it only gave me about 4.5 hours on my skin. However, I have to make this disclaimer because from what I've been wearing, what I've been reading, they say is you should go to the skin, you know, your usual 4 sprays on the skin, and then hit fabric with it because it lasts a hell of a lot longer on fabric. So the next time I do, I will give it a wear, and I'm going to actually hit it maybe twice on my shirt, one on the front, one on the back. So I got to make that disclaimer. But for now, I give it a 60% as far as longevity. Now the dry down, I gave it 94%. The dry down, gorgeous. I mean, there's just no other way to say that. And the reason why I put it as gorgeous is because, well, when I give you the spiel about the notes and stuff like that, and I tell you the different things that come into play, you'll understand. So nevertheless, dry down a 94%. Opening, the highest mark I ever gave so far in any of my reviews. I give it a 99. And the reason being, I love it better than the 1 million opening. I love it better than the Spice Bomb opening. And I know I probably catch some flack about this, but honestly, it's better to me than the other boozy fragrance, Pure Malt. Now I have yet to smell Frappin' 1270, but it's still a toss-up. A lot of people say that Pure Malt's better than Frappin'. Some people say that Frappin's better than Pure Malt. But I can honestly say, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't smelled Frappin', but just based on Pure Malt, that opening is better than Pure Malt to me. And I know I probably catch a lot of people because some people are just so niche heavy or so, you know, Terre Mugler heavy. They be like, oh, I just don't believe it. I love my Pure Malts. I love my Frappin'. But let's cut the BS. Good juice is good juice. Like my boy Coach Rob say, don't always believe the hype. And that one right there, that opening is the truth. So I gave that one a 99. Price, I gave a 90. It's a pretty good price. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some designer that goes about 60 to 70 bucks. This one, I've seen it as cheap as $30. I think that's what I paid. And I think the highest, honestly, the highest for 3.4 was like $60. And I'm not saying $60 plus tax. I'm saying like probably $58.99 plus tax. You know, about like $60. So I give it a 90 for, you know, price. Blind buy, gotta give it an 89. Because if you're in the boozy fragrances, you know, I'm really starting to get into them because, I don't know, it's something about the rums, the whiskeys, the vodkas, you know, the cognacs and stuff like that. It's like really catching my nose. So I have to go ahead and like bump this one on up to like an 89% for a blind buy. For the bonus points, the age group, I gave that one a perfect 15 because I really feel that this is a gentleman's grown-up fragrance. I don't see high schoolers wearing this. It's just really too mature. It's too grown for them. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe a high schooler can pull off Pure Malt. High schooler can't pull this off. This one is just too sophisticated, if you ask me. So I see 23 on up wearing this, honestly. So I gave that one a perfect 15. Presentation, I only gave 7. I mean, it's, average, kind of boring. It's just a plain black bottle, slap a label on it that says Rocawear Evolution. Got a cap, fairly decent sprayer. I don't want to spray again. Honestly, this is my second take on this video, and I did it the first time, but it shoots out pretty decent, So as far as the sprayer goes, and like I said, there's nothing real special about the bottle. I mean, it's just a plain black bottle, and sometimes I'll just take my cap and do it like that to make it look cool. But I mean, honestly, I gave it a 7 for that kind of average, whatever you want to call it. Tallied everything up, and the final score was at 88.1, which is an 88, high B, B plus, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and get into the notes. The notes are rum, incense, amber, tonka, rhubarb, woodsy notes, coffee, mango, musk, nutmeg, and bergamot. Sound like a lot of notes, but they work really, really well together. And just based on the notes that I just said, you should be like, wow, that's curious. I mean, like some of those notes, they sound really delicious. Now, I'm going to be honest, based on my nose. From the opening, I immediately get a blast of the rum. I immediately get mango. And I know it doesn't really say it in there, but for some reason it smells like vanilla, just a hint of vanilla. I don't know why. But I definitely get the incense. And like that is, whew, that is beautiful. I'm talking about like heavy rum. Like the sweet rum from like rum and coke rum. Like just like that kind of, it's real thick and it's nice. And you get that with the incense and the mango. It's like a mixed drink almost. Like you damn near feel like you got a mixed drink on your skin. It smells, you damn near want to drink yourself. It smells really good. Now when it goes to the mid, you still got the rum. It's just not as potent. I mean, it's still there. Like, I mean, it still has a presence, but it's not like, it was in the initial. And I think that's based off because, like I said, the opening, after about, an hour and a half, 2 hours, it kind of like, it's not really that strong blast. It's kind of like more of a smaller bubble. But the rum is still there. Now, the tonka bean comes into play. You really smell that. And so does the coffee. You get some nutmeg, but it's kind of faint. And then you get some incense. The incense, always there. It just kind of like pulls up the slack. It just complements all the ingredients and the notes really well. And it ties them all together like a bow. But that's how it is in the mid. Now for the dry down, the rum is there, but the rum kind of falls back. I mean, it's still there, kind of like in the background chilling, but it kind of falls back. Now the incense takes over. The rhubarb comes into play. The tonka bean is there. It shows its face a little bit more. The rhubarb is there. I mean, it's not as tough as the incense, but it's still there. Now I smell either nutmeg or amber. I think it's probably more amber than nutmeg. I'm pretty sure it's more amber. And like I say, the rum is still there, just chilling in the background. So that's my take on my nose, like what I smell. Now, like I say, it's a very slept-on fragrance. If you've been to Fragrantica, like I suggested, you'll see a lot of people was like, wow, I didn't really believe that, this fragrance could do anything like this. A lot of people was like, I didn't even like 99. I didn't like 99 or the next one that came out right after that. But this one like really shocked the hell out of me. So if I have to compare this to a woman, I'm not going to compare it necessarily to a celebrity. What I'm going to do is paint this picture for you. Imagine when you're in high school, right? It was the girl, well, if I have any lady subscribers, it was the girl or the guy that was a nerd or that was like unfit, chubby, fat, husky, however you want to put it. And you weren't attracted to him. Nobody like really was attracted to him. They're kind of quiet and like really nobody paid attention to him. But then as the years progress, everybody goes to school or goes out and get a job and stuff like that. And boom, you see him on Facebook. And now I'm talking about the girl has hips, breasts, nice tan, or just curvatures. She, got her hair done real nice, pretty smile, and you like, oh shit. Or for the ladies, guy, he got a 6-pack or an 8-pack. He's like got guns, chest is chiseled, and got a nice smile, and you like, oh damn. It's kind of like remind me of them old shows like Jenny Jones used to have. I used to be not, but now I'm hot, or something like that. Or I used to be like a nerd, but like look at me now kind of shows. That's what this reminds me of, because everybody's so focused on you know, the Pure Moss, the Frappins, the other, you know, high-end markets, to where I'm pretty sure when this came out, nobody really paid any attention to it. You know, don't get me wrong, I like Pure Moss. I have 2 bottles. But like I say, this is a very, very, very slept-on fragrance. Now, this fragrance is a very sexy fragrance. I can really see you wearing this in an intimate setting, like a nice date, or even a close combat. Like I probably, like honestly, this honestly, try this out in close combat. Like I'm saying, like I know a lot of people is on the Muscat Azure and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, like the way that this fragrance is with the rum, rhubarb, tonka bean, and the incense, this to me is sexy as hell. I'm telling you, try this out in close combat. I really say, you know, that or a nice date where you like dressing up and you really trying to seduce your woman. So definitely get at her trying those environments. I got to give a shout out to my boy Coach Rob, because he pushed me to come up with ideas and to set the bar. He's pretty much set the bar when it comes to this fragrance game. So I think I'm going to like start doing, I guess, my take on should you, I think I'm going to call it either buy. It's either going to be like buy or split. I think that's what I'm going to call it, buy or split. Now this bottle, I'm going to have to go with buy, simply because, like I say, the price it's not like, you know, 75, 80 bucks like a lot of designers. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty decently priced. And if you don't even want to get like a humongous bottle because you got like, oh, I got Pure Malt, I got Frappin, I don't really want to get another boozy fragrance. To me, you can never have too many, but you can get something like this. This was only $30. And I paid, like I said, I paid full like store price. I didn't go to where they give a good discount. So, you know, I definitely, with this one, I have to go with buy. So, yeah. So, shouts out to Coach Rob. Also, I want to give a shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, Blue Phi, Hooyah Navy. Shout out to all my subscribers, my boy Jamal. And that's really about it. Talk to you later, gents. Peace.
I wanna touch your body, touch it.